What's up, guys? I have a review of the Head Extreme Tour Max Pickleball paddle today. I've been using this for a few months. My prior paddle broke, was giving me trouble if you saw my last pickleball review, paddle review. And so I ran up to the local sporting goods store in my town and I bought whatever they had available, which happened to be this Head paddle. It was a pretty good deal. I think it was 80 bucks when I bought it, 80 or 90. You can still get this. And it's actually, I think it's a really good deal as far as the extent of pickleball paddles that I've tried so far. It's apparently a little bit on the heavier side. For me, that's not really an issue because if anything, I put lead tape on this because I like my paddles to be a bit heavier. This has a very solid, solid hitting surface. It's a bit quieter than my last paddle, I have to say. It's always loud. It's a pickleball paddle, but the sound coming off of it was a bit deader. It has this diamond shape, so the corners are sort of shaved off, and I actually found that kind of satisfying compared to a more classic one where they're rounded off like that. Just basically hitting it up in those corners doesn't do you any good anyway. Those off-center hits just have no power or control really, so this was completely fine as a way to reduce the weight. Probably is why they shaved off those edges. The surface of this is not very gritty. It doesn't feel gritty to the touch, but I was able to generate decent spin off of this paddle. Just found it a good combination of power and control. Not a ton of spin, but it was still more than I thought it would be just feeling the surface of the paddle. It's a good all-arounder, and it worked well for me for a few months. I decided to try out one of the newer paddles that is more designed to create a lot of spin. That's one of the benefits of some of these newer paddles, like the Yola ones that Ben Johns and others use. There's a lot of spin and pop on those. The pickleball paddles are going through a sea change in technological innovation. Within the limits that are allowed in the game, they're trying to generate more and more spin, more and more power, while within the boundaries, the limits that are set by the rules of the game. So I'm going to be swapping this out and testing it out against this paddle here, which I'm going to unbox for you. I decided to try the Carbon brand, which is CRBN. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to get my hands on it for the first time here. I just bought this through Pickleball Galaxy. You can get this paddle in a lot of different stores right now. It comes with its own zippy cover, and here we go, getting my feel of this for the first time. So supposedly, the construction of this is online here, honeycomb polypropylene. So it seems like standard honeycomb construction of a pickleball paddle. What this one was called, the Head, was polymer. So I'm not really ready to cut into these to find out what the difference is. I think they're both of a similar concept. I think the surface of this carbon one is supposedly going to give me a lot of spin. We're going to have to try it out. This is the 13mm carbon one. They have a couple different models and a couple different thicknesses. So far, I like the thickness of this grip. The 16mm paddles, I find them a little too thick, especially since I like to put on an over grip over top. Let's see how the grip feels on this carbon. Yeah, that's nice. It's the right size for me. So we'll be back. We'll see how this carbon one compares to the Head, whether I can generate more spin or not. Overall, my feeling about this Head Extreme Tour Max paddle is good deal for the money. You can still get this at a lot of different stores online, and still in my neighborhood if you're coming through Northwest Philly. So check it out, Head Extreme Tour Max, and we'll be back later on, I guess next season, when pickleball returns with the Carbon 1 review. Alright, thanks. We'll see you later. Bye.